Welcome back to Learn English for Free with Tommy D. Good to see you again. Right, in our last lesson, beginner lesson number 3, we did superlative adjectives. This is lesson 4, superlative adjectives 2. Right, so a quick recap. In lesson 3, we realised that you just add est to an adjective, a simple adjective. Who is the biggest movie star in the world? The biggest movie star in the world is... It's up to you. It will depend which country you're in, won't it? So that was simple adjectives with one syllable. Big, long, tall. Just adding est, E-S-T. Now, as you're aware, in English there's lots of rules, but don't worry, I will help you through them. So, we've got a new structure, blue and red, question and answer. And we've got some adjectives here which might look familiar from lesson 2. So don't worry. You'll see they all have 3 or more syllables. Important, expensive, intelligent, beautiful, and this one handsome too. It's the same as in lesson 2 with comparative adjectives, but this time you're adding most. So let's have a go. Got who, what, which. We're talking about a person here, so I'm going to go with who. Who is the most important person in England? Me, Tommy D? I like to think so, but people would disagree with me, I'm afraid. I don't know. Who is the most important person in England? The Queen? The Prime Minister? It's up to you to decide, isn't it? That's why there's good debates around these kind of questions. Let's go with the Queen. The Queen, Elizabeth II, is the most important person in England. And again, because, and then you can justify your reasons. You can give reasons. Let's have a go with these. Expensive. I've written mineral and earth. Which would we go with? What is the most expensive mineral on Earth? Do you know what mineral means? It's things that you'd find in the ground, precious materials. So gold, silver, diamonds? Now, it's an honest question. I want you to help me in the comment section at the bottom. What is the most expensive mineral on Earth? I don't know. Gold is the most expensive mineral on Earth. Diamonds are, plural, the most expensive mineral on Earth. You tell me in the comment section. I'd like you to find out. Intelligent. Who is the most intelligent scientist? I thought this would be useful for you. In history. Who is the most intelligent scientist in history? And it's up to you. Again, in the comment section, I'd like to have a conversation with you. Einstein is, or was, because he's no longer around, the most intelligent scientist in history. Stephen Hawking? I don't know, it's up to you. Put your comments down in the section. We'll have a debate. And of course, from lesson 2, you'll notice beautiful, usually for women, and handsome, usually for men. And you can use it with actors and actresses, models. Who is the most beautiful actress in Hollywood? Who is the most handsome, switch it around, who is the most handsome British actor? Who is the most handsome actor in Britain? And then insert your answer. Now, you should be okay with that. If you have any questions, comment or email. I'd like to help you. I thought this would be useful for you too. We've got most. You can easily change it to least for a very different effect. So, who is the most expensive footballer in the world? Who is the least expensive footballer in the world? Strange question. Who is the most intelligent scientist in history? Who is the least intelligent scientist in history? Strange question, but you can reverse it. Who is the least important person in a society? So just changing it, and you can play with it, just changing most to least has the opposite, doesn't it? Because superlative adjectives are about top or the bottom. Right. That's one rule. If you've got 3 or more syllables in the original adjective, you use most or least ahead of it. Here's a second rule. When you're talking about how good something is or how bad something is. When we had comparative adjectives, do you remember what we used? It was better and worse with an E on the end. Here, because it's superlative adjectives, the very top one in either direction, we're going to use best and worst with a T. Best and worst. And I'll use sport because sport is often a good conversation topic. So who is the best football team in England? You know my opinion. Liverpool is the best football team in England. Because who is the worst football team in England? We'll have that debate in the comment section. The worst football team in England is. Okay, so best and worst. I hope that's been really clear. I hope that's really helped you. And just so you know, next lesson, lesson 5, we're going to change topic slightly. We've done adjectives. I'm going to move on to what are called modal verbs. Modal verbs, because these are going to really help you with your English. You can do a lot with modal verbs. So a little homework, don't worry. I want to know from you, go away and think about this. What 3 things can, and can is a modal verb, what 3 things can you do? I can speak. What languages can you speak? And this is interesting. Give me one thing that you could do that maybe you can't do anymore. So I'll tell you one thing I can do, hopefully. I can juggle. So I finish every lesson to celebrate with a little bit of juggling. So we've done superlative adjectives, 2 lessons, and next time we're moving on to modal verbs, can and could. So hopefully I can juggle. Here we go. Garlic and 2 bits of lime. Yay! Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching Learn English Free with Tommy D. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Please feel free to comment on the video below. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. And email me if you have any questions or suggestions for future lessons. Please click on the links for your next video.